For this problem, we're asked to factor 2x squared minus 7x plus 6. Now immediately when we look at this trinomial, we see that a is not 1 or negative 1. So first we think about taking out a GCF. Unfortunately that doesn't work out because 2 doesn't go into 7 that nicely. So from there we want to factor by grouping. And when we factor by grouping, we ask ourselves two things, or we try to find two numbers that satisfy two things. The first being product AC. And how we get product AC is we multiply our A value of 2 and our C value of 6. So product AC is 12. We need to find two numbers that multiply to 12. We also want to find that those two numbers that multiply to 12 have a sum of B, which in this case is negative 7. And immediately we figure that out. We understand that 12 can be factored down to negative 4 times negative 3. Boom. Satisfies product AC. And negative 4 plus negative 3 will also satisfy our sum of negative 7. And from there, with factoring by grouping, we take these two numbers and replace that linear term. So we now have two linear terms that have a negative 4 and a negative 3 as coefficients. So we rewrite 2x squared, and then we change negative 7x to be represented as negative 4x minus 3x. We combine these two guys and we'll get negative 7x. So we're not changing the equation or the trinomial at all. And then plus 6. So one more time, rewrite this, change this with the two numbers that we found for product AC, sum B. Then from there we're going to factor by grouping. So the first two terms, we take out the GCF. Both of these guys contain at least an x. So we're going to factor out an x as well as a 2. So we have 2x times 2x squared divided by 2x, which is x, and 2x times x minus 4x divided by 2x, which is 2. Now over here, we're going to factor out a GCF. Since this doesn't have an x, we're just thinking coefficients, and we're going to factor out a negative 3. So what's left over is what's exactly right there. And every time we factor by grouping, we want to see our two binomials look exactly the same. And to recreate, or to factor, we have a product of two binomials. One of those binomials is the binomial we see twice, and then the other binomial is simply combining our two GCFs. And if we want to check our work to make sure that this right over here gets us back to that, we can simply FOIL. We get 2x squared minus 3x minus 4x plus 6. We rewrite our linear terms and we get 2x squared minus 7x plus 6. And that looks very similar to that right there.